Wavelength is a toolkit for adding self-custodial Bitcoin payments to any application. It's the easiest entry point to Bitcoin, Lightning, and stablecoin payments. Lightning is an amazing payment network. It's borderless, it's incredibly affordable, it's decentralized and neutral. It's nearly instant and it's final, and it can handle a wide range of payment sizes, including micropayments. But previously, using Lightning meant running infrastructure which takes time and effort to integrate, manage, and maintain. And for some builders, the complexity of managing a Lightning node and handling the liquidity requirements for their users might have been holding them back. Wavelength was designed to solve exactly this problem. Wavelength abstracts away the liquidity complexities of Lightning and does so without requiring users to give up control of their funds. This is a non custodial solution, meaning that users hold their own keys and application builders don't have to take on the risk of safeguarding users' funds. And this will work with stablecoins issued via Taproot Assets. Imagine all this utility and convenience with an integration that is as familiar and straightforward as using an API. And of course, your AI agent will love this too. No card, no account, no human approving the transaction, no liquidity to manage. Instantly settled, fully autonomous. That's what becomes possible when your agent has a Wavelength wallet. If that sounds like what you've been waiting for, the link in the description will get you started in minutes. If you want to understand how this is possible, then this next part of the video is for you. Let's walk through at a very high level the architecture of Wavelength. Let's imagine that I have a service and I want to add Lightning payments for my users, but I don't want to take on the responsibility of safeguarding my users' funds, and I don't want my users to have to trust a third party, as I want them to have the ability to exit with their funds without permission from any other entity. And I don't want to have to take on the work of managing Lightning infrastructure. I want an API that I can use to let my users make payments on the Lightning network. Now I can make this happen by integrating Wavelength into my product or service. So to explain this, let's start here with just my users represented by these yellow dots. These are my users that are running my application or connecting to my service that now includes Wavelength. Because my service has integrated Wavelength, my users can now connect to this coordination service, represented here by this green or teal box. This coordination service uses an Arc-like protocol to assist groups of users to settle payments off-chain. Users hold their own keys and can always exit back into the Bitcoin blockchain unilaterally. The coordinator facilitates transfers but can never steal funds. With this service, users have access to transfers between each other that settle instantly and at very low cost, and none of these users have to run their own infrastructure to transact. This is already pretty useful, but it gets pretty amazing when we connect this to the global Lightning network. This coordination service also seamlessly connects to Bitcoin on-chain and, of course, the Lightning network. For a seamless Lightning user experience, payments have to be routed reliably across the network, and reliable routing takes deep liquidity, and sourcing and managing that liquidity is one of the hardest parts of running Lightning infrastructure, and Wavelength handles this for you. Wavelength makes use of the liquidity available to Lightning Labs' Loop service. Loop is a service that has spent years moving real volume across the network and sits among its most connected points. With this connection, my service will inherit from day one the liquidity available to one of the most well-connected nodes on the network. I have no need to fund a node, no need to manage any of it, no need to open or close any channels for my service or any of my users. This means that someone like me, who is just trying to give their users access to Lightning payments, doesn't have to understand the intricacies of Lightning liquidity and doesn't have to manage a Lightning node. Wavelength handles all of that. Now my users can engage in atomic, trustless swaps between the coordination service and the Lightning network. But my users won't have to know about any of this. Everything they deal with will be in the form of a Lightning invoice, and Wavelength will take care of either routing that between my users via the coordination service or routing that out to the broader Lightning network. Now, when I integrate Wavelength into my service, I also don't need to be a Lightning expert. I integrate the Wavelength client-side software into my application or service, and that software can then be used to call the Wavelength API via a small set of wallet commands. As Wavelength is a Lightning Lab service, it is designed to work with the full Lightning Lab stack, meaning that this will work with stablecoin payments via the Taproot Assets protocol. And you may have heard of L402, which is an open protocol that lets any service charge for access using a Lightning payment with authentication built in. Any API can ask for a few sats per request instead of a monthly subscription and an API key. This is great for AI agents. An AI agent hits the endpoint, the server replies with a Lightning invoice, the agent pays it and gets access with no sign up, no pre existing relationship. Credentials are purchased on the fly, not provisioned in advance. This is a powerful pattern for agent commerce. An AI agent can pay for exactly what it uses, data feed, an API call, or another agent service, in fractions of a cent with no human approving each transaction. And Wavelength works on both sides of this. Your users can pay L402 gated APIs automatically using their Wavelength wallet. And if you want to charge for your own service per request, Wavelength gives you the payment infrastructure to do that. Lightning made this possible, but Wavelength makes it easy. Wavelength is Bitcoin on easy mode. It makes Lightning payments as easy to add as any other payments SDK. It's instant, global, self-custodial, and without the infrastructure headache. Whether you're a developer adding payments to a side project, an entrepreneur building a product, or an AI agent looking for a way to pay for what it uses, Wavelength was built for you.